My walk with God became stronger when I encountered Pastor Chris Oyakhilome.
Hi family, welcome to the channel once again. Thank you for being there and being always active on this very channel. Family, we're going to listen to another amazing testimony from Apostle Michael Orokpo. What he said about Pastor Chris is so amazing. It will bless you. I believe it is going to change your life so much. He gave a revelation of his encounter with Pastor Chris and that transformed his ministry. Let us watch what he said about Pastor Chris. Let us watch.
My walk with God became stronger when I encountered Pastor Chris Oyakhilome. I saw him manifesting the power of God so much, and I discovered that the Acts of the Apostles did not end with the apostles in the Bible. That some people are still demonstrating it, and I started developing hunger for the same thing I was seeing. And so because I saw God in him, my walk with God became stronger. Trust me, many Christians don't know God. I'm telling you this because if we do, it will show. Maybe I should show you 5 benefits of knowing God before I proceed. Are you following this? As you begin to interact with God in others, your relationship with God will start growing. Some of you here who are praying aggressively and loving God, is because you encountered God's servant. He caught that dimension in God. When you came close to him, you began to drink from it, and the same love and passion began to grow in you, and you were ventilating it on the altar of prayer. Because God is not only in heaven, God is also in men. When you start encountering God in men, your relationship with God will become stronger. Paul was speaking in Galatians chapter 1, I think the last verse now, check it for me. He said the people glorified God in him. So they saw God in Paul. Because they saw God in Paul, they glorified God in him. If you study Acts chapter 9, verse 4 and 5, when Paul was going to Damascus, he encountered God in heaven. Jesus spoke to him from heaven and said, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? And he said, who are you, Lord? He said, I am Jesus Christ whom thou persecutest. He said, but rise up and go into the city, you will be told what to do. So he encountered God in heaven, but God sent him to another man called Ananias. Ananias came to him and said, brother Saul, he said, the Lord sent me to you. And Ananias laid hands on him. A scale, like the scale of fish, fell off his eyes, and his eyes opened, and he rose up and became an apostle. So he encountered God in heaven. He also encountered God in a man. But you see, if you encounter God in a man, you will only interact with God when that man is present. As my sister was worshiping a moment ago, I saw some of you you were stirred up. You wanted to pray. The moment she stopped singing, you saw that you went down. That's the danger of encountering God in a man. If it's not around, your relationship with God will stop. So if you encounter God in heaven, you will think God is far. If you encounter God in man, your walk will be like this. When you receive from that man, you are charged. And so God moved from heaven, from men, and entered into you.
Wow, so family, what a wonderful revelation from Apostle Michael Orokpo. So mostly that's what it happens when you see someone, demonstrating God's power. It also brings that motivation, right? It brings that motivation for you to do more for God. This is why the Bible says iron sharpens iron, right? So that's how it should be, family. And thank you for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.